my name is Michael Becker. I'm Executive Vice President of Business Development for iLoopMobile, and I'd like to talk to you today about mobile marketing and do a review of introducing what mobile marketing is, what the mobile channel is, the various paths that we can interact with through the mobile channel, and to help you understand how you can embrace it and actually develop and launch your own mobile initiatives. I'd like to start out by first introducing my company. iLoopMobile is a mobile marketing software solutions company. What we've done is we've developed a platform we call the Infinity Platform that lets marketing agencies, brands, enterprises, content owners self-administer and manage their mobile initiatives. And I'm going to explain throughout the rest of the presentation exactly what a mobile initiative is. In addition to that, we offer a series of professional services and consulting help so that the clients can effectively use the solutions and software to launch and run their programs. So let's talk about the mobile marketing and how and where all of this started. In 1979, 1983, right around that window, we started launching the first mobile networks. What that means is we started putting phones in people's hands and in their cars so that they could communicate and interact with people wherever they may be. And so in 1983, we launched the first commercial mobile networks in the world. And then you fast forward 9-10 years, and in 1992 we launched the first text messaging services, we launched the first text message. And what a text message is a 160 character alphanumeric piece of text that can be distributed over mobile networks. And so in 1992 the first text message was launched. We then can move forward another, say, 5-6 years, and so you get into the 97-98 time frame, and the first commercial use of text messaging. Everything up until that point in time, we were using text messaging for person-to-person communications. And in 1997 and 1998, the first commercial use of text messaging, i.e. the birth of mobile marketing, started, where we started putting call to actions and interacting with our audience commercially through the mobile channel using text messaging. And then in 1999, the first premium SMS services were launched by Telenor in Malaysia and up in Scandinavia. And what that means is we started using this medium of text messaging as a means of billing consumers and charging people for their interaction with our services. And initially those first services were, for instance, downloading ringtones and wallpapers and other types of what we call binary content, rich and the first rich media to be served down to the mobile phone. And so this is really the birth of mobile marketing. 1983, the first phones come out. 1992, we launched the first text messaging services for person-to-person messaging. 97, we start commercially using them. And in 99, within the world, we start enabling a billing channel with them. So the key success factors for what made all of this work is that we had common networks. We started putting common pricing models, and then the consumers found value to be able to interact and communicate with people, specifically the marketers at this time, through these initial rudimentary paths through the mobile channel, i.e. text messaging and premium SMS messaging. Now that's kind of a worldwide market, and all of this started in Europe. And then it started expanding itself out into Asia, and then we come to the United States model. And for the longest time, everyone was thinking, God, the United States is behind, and why is Europe and Asia so far ahead of us in the use of this channel? And there's a reason for that. And the reason for that is one of interoperability. The U.S. models and the U.S. mobile networks started in a much different model. In Europe and in Asia, they founded on what was called GSM, the GSM networks, which meant that every country and every carrier were all on the same network. And so they started competing on value of services. Whereas in the United States, we had all of these different networks. We had AMP and TDMA and CDMA and GSM, and we had all of these community networks going on. And so we were competing on the technology and the footprint, not necessarily on the services and the quality of the voice services across these different networks, which meant that interoperability was a big issue. And what interoperability means is the ability to have services interoperate or interact with between carriers, say a Sprint and a Verizon, and over the disparate networks. And it wasn't in 2001 where we started seeing interoperability of services between carrier networks and carrier infrastructure within the United States. And it was not until July of 2002 that the first interoperable cross-carrier text messaging commercial service or mobile marketing program was run with Procter & Gamble, where they actually ran a hair makeup campaign across college campuses in July of 2002, testing the first interoperable text messaging service across carrier networks for mobile marketing in the United States. But all of that's great. So now we have the interoperability of carrier networks in the July of 2001-2003. But that's not, or excuse me, 2002. But that's not enough to have commercial mobile marketing. The next piece was a common addressability mechanism across carrier networks. And in October of 2003 in the United States, we launched the Common Short Code. And the Common Short Code is a 4 to 6 digit code used to address text messages. It's analogous to a phone number, it's analogous to an email address, or say a web URL. So when you're addressing a text message on your phone, for example, the short code 47201 or 12345, you essentially address your text message to 12345, enter your message. It could be a keyword, it could be any type of string that you want to do. You hit send, and what the Common Short Code does is it's just that, a common addressability mechanism, so that you can address a message with the same code across all carrier networks, and then the carriers will know where to route that code. So for example, in the case of iLoopMobile, one of our codes is 47201. If anybody across any of the carrier networks in the United States, Verizon, Sprint, T-Mobile, AT&T, etc., any of the subscribers on those networks sends a text message to 47201, those carriers know to route that text message to us, and that's analogous to any of the other mobile marketing players out there. They know to route the text message to the mobile marketing application provider so that that application provider can interact with the customer service. So in October of 2003, the United States market launched the Common Short Code Network. So now do we not only have interoperability of messaging across networks, we now have a common addressability mechanism for short code messaging. Also in 2003, the Mobile Marketing Association was founded. And this is a critical step in the industry, because what we did was we now have founded the trade association and the industry body that was going to help marketers, brands, agencies, the aggregators, the wireless carriers, the media properties, every player within the mobile ecosystem could join the MMA now and help develop the standards, develop the rules and the regulations and the best practices on how we were going to use this channel. And we'll come back to that in a little bit. And then finally, in say 2004 and 2005 in the United States, we finally launched premium SMS billing. So now I now can do premium services in the United States, just like we could do in Europe in Scandinavia and Asia in '99. So this is kind of the key milestones that have made mobile marketing practical and doable across across the world. Interoperability, common short codes, a billing mechanism are the key elements that set the stage for us to be able to do mobile marketing worldwide and specifically within the United States. So in 2005, we have mobile marketing ready to go. And so what's really exciting then, if you think about where we're sitting right now, is that, for example, in the United States market, mobile marketing is really only 3-4 years old. It's a brand new burgeoning industry, and it's terribly exciting. So let's talk about that.